Dr. Devashish Chatterjee, Director IIMK, Shri Amit Agnihotri, Founder of Indian Management Conclave, ladies and gentlemen, I am really happy. When I say really, it means really. Happy to be here in God's own country on the occasion of the 12th edition of Indian Management Conclave 2022. I congratulate the winners of the IMC Awards for Excellence in Management Education. I have been told that the awardees have been selected through a rigorous process followed by a distinguished jury, who incidentally happens to be here itself. I appreciate the organizers, past and present, for holding the Indian Management Conclave for 20 successive years. This continuity brings its own value to the event. The theme for this year's conclave, Measuring MBA Outcomes, is really praiseworthy for its being result-oriented and pragmatic. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and students as well. I firmly believe in the approach of the National Education Policy 2020 towards imparting holistic and interdisciplinary education. Therefore, students and thinkers of management should integrate their learning with history, sociology, literature, and other aspects of Indian and global traditions. The history of Kozhikode or Calicut is dominated by history of international trade and commerce. So many art forms have originated in Kozhikode. Mathrubhumi, the esteemed Malayalam daily, started from Kozhikode itself. I am sure that the business managers gathered here are fully familiar with Kozhikode being the nerve center of trade in the heart of Malabar for several centuries. It has been a major education center for ages. Just as there was an overland silk route going through Central Asia to Europe, there was a maritime silk route of which Kozhikode was a major part. The Portuguese first came here, and that marked the beginning of a series of colonial establishments in India. The entire world was attracted by the spices and other riches of this wonderful land. As many of you may be aware, Kozhikode was directly under the British rule, unlike other parts of Kerala, which were ruled by the princes under the British suzerainty. Therefore, the Indian freedom movement was also more extensive and intensive in the area of Kozhikode. Ladies and gentlemen, as we are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, we should remember martyrs like Kunjali Marikkar, the naval warrior who led a rebellion against the British and was captured and killed. Kozhikode also has a rich literary tradition. Writers from Kozhikode have won several prestigious literary awards. In Kerala, the land of Adi Shankara, Sri Narayan Guru, Ayyankali, and V.T. Bhatt Tiripad, cosmopolitan outlook and integrated learning are expected as basic features of education. I have mentioned all this in a management conclave because I think that being a rounded and sensitive human being is a part of being a good businessman and an effective business manager or entrepreneur. Steve Jobs, we all know. He was very keen on learning calligraphy. He was deeply interested in music. He had a very keen artistic sensibility. All that had gone into making him the phenomenal entrepreneur that he was. Ladies and gentlemen, the great management guru Peter Drucker had said that he drew the basic ingredients of his management thoughts from various social sciences. Likewise, a good Indian business manager should be aware of the Indian society, Indian culture and traditions, our national goals and priorities. Before coming to the theme of today's conclave, I would like to share my firm belief that if you take care of excellence, as Mr. Mukherjee was explaining in detail, take care of excellence in everything that you do, outcomes will take care of themselves. I don't deny the importance of outcome-based learning and education, or for that matter, outcome-based policy making and monitoring. Peter Drucker had famously said, and I quote, "If you can't measure it, you can't manage it," unquote. Business schools should develop measurement matrices of academic learning outcomes and research outcomes. The outcome-based approach will be more effective and generate desired impact on all stakeholders, including students and businesses. I have been told that during the last 2 days, extensive discussions have been held at the conclave on outcome-related issues. Ladies and gentlemen, management, academics, and thinkers from India have made a global name. I am happy to note that many Indians figure among the top-ranked management thinkers. The late C.K. Prahlad's idea of the fortune at the bottom of the pyramid was a path-breaking idea. It was utilized by entrepreneurs and respected by academia all over the world, especially in the developing countries. Many other Indians are eminent management experts and consultants contributing to the largest companies and also the most prestigious business schools. They are adding to the pride of India as a source of talent and learning. Ladies and gentlemen, business schools in India have produced eminent business leaders who are steering some of the largest companies in the world. You all must continue to take this tradition forward and nurture students in such a way that they do become world-class business leaders. Dear students and faculty, with the advent of the fourth industrial revolution that is reshaping the way business is done, management education in the leading institutions is being realigned to the rapidly changing business ecosystem. Many old models like assembly line production, hierarchical, pyramid-like organization structure and mass marketing are getting reimagined. In this context, MBA education has to adapt itself to the new social and business realities. In fact, good management institutions should assume the role of change agents. The role of faculty is no more confined to traditional teaching in the classroom. They must play the role of inspiring mentors. They should encourage out of the box thinking among students. In fact, the faculty should encourage those students who frequently question their teachings and disagree with them. The faculty should keep in mind the ideal of Shri Bhagavad Gita, in which Arjuna, the doubting disciple, keeps questioning the greatest teacher, Lord Krishna. Even after Arjuna expressed that his doubts were totally cleared, Lord Krishna gave him the advice to choose that path which Arjuna found suitable. Thus, Lord Krishna did not impose any idea on Arjuna. He granted the freedom of choice to his disciple. Ladies and gentlemen, India has one of the finest startup ecosystems in the world. India is witnessing an exciting time for setting up of enterprises. It is advisable to focus on grooming entrepreneurs and socially and environmentally responsible business leaders. Business schools should focus on nurturing entrepreneurs who become job creators and don't remain limited by the mindset of job seekers. Ladies and gentlemen, India has a huge domestic market. That is our biggest strength. We are the fastest growing major economy in the world. While moving ahead to become $5 trillion economy, we are also engaged in the largest exercises in social and economic inclusion. India needs management graduates who are champions of social equality and work for upliftment of weaker sections. They have to be gender sensitive in thought, speech, and action. Even today, many of our fellow citizens do not have access to basic amenities. Let us leverage technology and innovative business models to make such amenities accessible to them also. Ladies and gentlemen, most of the leading global ranking agencies give considerable weightage to the research output of the educational institution. Institutions need to create an atmosphere of self-belief, curiosity, and interdisciplinary integration to become significant players in research. Indian business schools should think global and act local. They have to earn respect all over the world for the quality of education they provide. At the same time, they should provide business solutions that make use of the resources and talent available in their neighborhood. The management community has to find innovative and effective solutions for the social challenges being faced by our country. They should do this while thinking of the whole world as one potential market in today's era of the World Wide Web. The goal of building an Atmanirbhar Bharat and the philosophy of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam go together. Ladies and gentlemen, in the beginning of the 19th century, India accounted for nearly 1/4 of the global GDP. Our business community and business management fraternity have to try and make rapid advances so that when India celebrates 100 years of its independence in the year 2047, our economy attains much larger share of world's GDP than what it has today. In that ambitious endeavor, every businessman, management institution has to play its role. To conclude, let us resolve to work for reclaiming the golden heritage of India. I wish all the participants in this conclave a very happy and prosperous future. Thank you. Jai Hind.